Hi there. Pardon me. Hi there. We are going to go ahead and get some cords out. See what this energy is like after that insane full moon in Scorpio. It was the flower moon, right? And blooming, blossoming, but that was you. Blooming and blossoming, you know? It was intense. It was emotional. But it was necessary. Oh my lord. Sudden wealth, bottom of the deck. First card here you have is concern. Some masculine energy here that is very concerned. Possibly because your destiny is about to change. Your wheel is turning. Jackpot, 777, luck, alignment, whatever this is. Your luck is changing. You're aligning. They kind of feel it or see it. Whether this is a person that you've already met or not, doesn't mean that if you haven't met yet, this person would just sort of feel this, they don't know where it comes from, this feeling of, why do I feel nervous, or I feel upset inside, like they don't, but they can't pinpoint it. They can't pinpoint, why do I feel like that? If they have never met you, okay? So the purging that occurred with the full moon may still be continuing, because as we know, full moon energy can last up to 3 days after. 3 days before, up to 3 days later. And because it was such a powerful, potent Scorpio full moon, yeah, you're definitely going to still be feeling these emotions. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess. And if you see lines on my face, it's because I was just wearing a mask before I came live. We're multitasking here. So, you know, the mask kind of creates a dent in the face. They feel worried. That's the word. They feel worried, and they don't even know why they're worried. If they know you, they know damn well why they're worried. Oh, they know damn well why they're worried. But if they haven't met you yet, they don't know. Ace of Wands. It's like I'm Alfalfa's half Asian mama. My little baby hairs, they just get, because of, you know, the electricity in the air, and then of course my own energy. The Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning. It's a brand new relationship. It could be a brand new job, a new business that you start. Something that really sparks you. But it's aligned with this sudden wealth. I mean, we deserve some good after all the shit we've been through, huh? Yeah, I think we do. Oh my lord. The King of Swords and the Emperor. Every time I feel the King of Swords energy, I feel kind of like, because he's detached. I'm detached. I'm a Queen of Swords. So I know his game. I know his deal. I know what he do. King of Swords energy is logical. So the logical part of this person would say, we can't do that because that doesn't make sense. I can't do that because that's not how it's supposed to be. They're not so much into the believing in magic and, oh my God, schnozberries. I love schnozberries. They're all like, there is no schnozberries. I've never heard of that. Where? Show me. They're just more logical. Sometimes there are schnozberries. You know, it's like sometimes this is discovering the schnozberry farm. This is going, oh my God, schnozberries exist. It's like Aries, Leo, Sag. Excuse me. Some of you could be dealing with a Aries, Leo, Sag. Jesus Christ, that came out very fluent. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aries, Leo, Sag. Maybe I feel Aries, Leo, Sag, well, Aries specifically, because you have the Emperor staring me down here. He's like, the Emperor doesn't like me talking about the King of Swords because he feels he's irrelevant. The Emperor says, we don't have time for people that don't come forward. We don't have time for people that haven't made up their minds yet. See, but the thing is King of Swords would be logical and they're decisive, yeah? But they make their choices and decisions based on logic. Emperor, very seasoned, but the Emperor would have this Ace of Wands energy running through his veins, passionate. But because the Emperor is so seasoned, he's not hasty as he would have been maybe when he was the Knight of Wands back in the day. He's a little more strategic. He's very stoic. So he doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve, but at the same time, if he sees what he wants, he's gonna come and get it. He's in charge. He's the boss. He's the owner. He's the father. He is something with the water aspect. Yes, the Emperor is fire, but because this is, of all the decks I chose was the Mermaid deck, this Emperor sits underwater. So it would be very symbolic to me of someone falling in love. The Emperor has fallen. Ooh. Remember all those readings I did like last year? About the Emperor falling in love and the Emperor being like stuttering Stanley and he can't talk when he's in your presence and he's very like deer in headlights. The Emperor falls in love. Again. Pardon? I just heard again. Okay. This means that this is not the first rodeo with this person, whether you're talking only past lives, right? Let's say this is not your first rodeo because you guys had all these past lives together. Whether it's past life or this life, this is not the first go around that this person has been in love with you. The Emperor does not like this other person. Look at that. It's a fight to the death. Two of Swords. The Emperor can be seen as an energy of someone who finally takes charge of someone who finally comes forward and takes action and what have you. That could very well be the case also. A fight to the death. There's two contenders. I wonder if that's why the concern energy was there. Ace of Pentacles. Holy shit, the treasure chest. I just did Scorpio's reading, was it? And Scorpio's reading was about like the treasure chest being open because if I'm not mistaken, they had this exact same card. Ace of Pentacles can be about moving and career change for me, but you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. This is something that's very creative, but also something very like this energy of like a lot of money, sudden wealth, hitting the jackpot, finding the buried treasure. X marking the spot. Yep, told you. There she is, the Queen of Swords. He is detached, she'll be detached. Whether they realize they're doing it or not, they mirror each other in this way. So when one is a little vulnerable, the other one becomes extremely vulnerable too. It's this weird like mental telepathy thing. I'm so sorry about this. It's a weird mental telepathy thing. Air energy is logic. It's being in the head. It's thinking too much about something. Knight of Swords. She's on the defense. Maybe with communication. Maybe when he says hi, she says, what do you want? Knight of Swords. The Three of Cups. It's some kind of a celebration here. And then the Two of Pentacles. Look at the rabbit. Rabbits are good luck. And it also symbolizes fertility. Something about the rabbit being good luck. And again, I go back to the 777 sudden wealth. It's like somebody's luck changes or they're really lucky. Remember, I've been channeling that? Somebody's just kind of like lucky. They're lucky, but it's not that they're lucky. They're just like destined for something. Three of Cups is definitely celebrations too. This is about gatherings, and clearly we can't gather right now. But there's something about celebrations and gatherings in the future, whether it's how you meet, how you met in the past. The Eight of Swords, somebody here cannot come forward or felt that they were trapped, stuck. Eight of Swords is mental entrapment now, because it's swords. Or somebody whose thoughts are keeping them trapped, because it's like this overthinking, over logical, or obsession. Six of Swords. Someone travels. Page of Cups. Look at this little boy staring at the fish. Fish is about wealth. Someone here could have built their wealth from nothing. They built it. Seven of Swords. Someone took something. Someone's afraid you're going to take something that's theirs. Maybe they're karmic, but little do they know those cycles have to end. Oh shit, King of Cups arrives on the scene. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, he's in love. Page of Pentacles, rainbow children. This person felt extremely emotional during this Scorpio full moon. I don't care what sign they are. They were very emotional, as we all really were. A lot of us were. And it's like, I wanted to remind people when I did my live yesterday on Instagram, because I had a breakdown myself, is that when we go through purging, as exactly what happens with full moons is about releasing and purging. It doesn't mean that you're regressing. It means that you're actually progressing, because you're getting all the gunk out. You're making room. And I felt like those that had felt it the hardest is because you are at the final leg of the race. You got the key in hand. You're about to put the key in the door and turn the door open and walk right through. That's what it feels like to me. It just felt like this purge of like whatever was still there left. It was almost like the last chance for like the whatever negative evil energy to try and stop you from this. It was this final, some of you it was a test, some of you it was this final. They were trying to trick you into believing that you had nothing, is what some people went through. Was to focus on the loss of what was taken, as opposed for us focusing on what we still have. And I think for me, when I released and I purged everything and I realized what I still had and what I have, and that when I thought about what I have, it just shifted on this energy of pure total gratefulness, and my heart chakra just started like vibrating, and like it was like, ah. It was like I knew that it was over. The purging was over. I knew it. It was like I could just feel it, because it was like this trickery thing of like, yeah, look at what you lost. Look what they took. Ooh, look at what you'll never become. Ooh, look at this. But then I know better than that. It's that evil voice inside, whether it's our own evil voice or whether it's the evil around us. It was this feeling of like, don't fucking tell me shit. I know what I'm destined for. I'm destined for this shit. And I'm a dreamer. I'm a believer. I believe in magic and miracles, and you're not going to take that away from me. And it was this really big test for a lot of people to persevere and push through, and to continue believing and to have hope. Oh my God, the King of Wands. Kang dang alang. It's like I go, oh, air energy. Oh, fire. Oh, water. Oh, fire again. Shark that's lurking underwater. You don't see it, Jal, but you feel it. Something about his senses. He senses you, feels you. You want to know what? It's like he loves you before he meets you. I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you into life. Holy fucking shit. It's the King of Pentacles. Man holding a coin. He's been coming up. Holy shit balls. You have dun, 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 all 4 kings, including the Emperor. You know what that means? That means this masculine energy has mastered all 4 elements. He is the Emperor. Not just because it's a birthright, but because it's a birthright on top of which he's earned it. Holy shit balls. Great balls of fire. No wonder the treasure chest opens up and is presented to him. He doesn't even have to search for it. It opens up and comes to him, this sudden wealth, this good luck, this fortune, or whatever it is, because he's done the work. See why it's so important for you to do the work? Because the worst case example is your person does all the work and they become to this ascension, right, in this vibration, and you don't. You're not a match anymore. It's all about you. We don't care what they're doing or where they're at. We gotta be on us. I've got to be the best version of myself regardless. This Scorpio full moon felt like it was an individual purging. Not worrying about what other people are doing, but it was this individual purging of, it was so illusionary. It was this feeling of being at war with oneself. It was the illusion of the past. Whatever you had to deal with in the past, with the 7 of Swords, people being deceptive to you, being fake, lying to you, betrayal, all of these different things, it came back around again, almost to trick you. But this time around you said, no fucking ways. I've learned my lessons, or I've made peace and let go of whatever happened in the past, and you don't have power over me anymore. If you realized it was just an illusion, and if you realize there's so much more to come for you in the future, then your wheel would have turned. This is a dude who is ascended master energy. I can feel him. He wouldn't act as if he's an ascended master. He's not on YouTube trying to teach people things, and I always feel like that. I just feel like he probably does something else for a living that's not healer, motivational speaker, relationship expert. I don't think he does any of those things. No way. Not this energy I'm feeling. That's not to say that some of you can't have that as your partner. The energy that I've been feeling all this time, the Emperor, this big dick energy, you know, this person who's gone through everything, he not gonna know. He wouldn't be that profession either. No way. Nope. Probably towards the end of the journey, he would start to realize, like, I inspire people, when he really kind of didn't even try. Kind of like it kicks in later of like, oh, like he doesn't know. Do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't know. He's had quite a journey too. Holy shit, the sun. Oh my gosh, the reading that I did yesterday, the collective reading called The Rising Sun, I'm talking about the full moon and Scorpio energy, right? Oh my gosh, the sun came out, as you guys know, twice. And that energy, it's just exactly what it is, always darkest before dawn, but the sun is rising. Here comes the sun. It's an illusion that the dark will last forever. It's an illusion. It's dark in the cocoon, right? The caterpillar thinks it's the end. It thinks that it's over when it's in a dark place alone. It's painful and it hurts and you're confused. And then before you know it, you see this beautiful butterfly. It's like the baby in the womb too. It's like they don't know what's going on. It's like dark, it's lonely, it's weird. It's like, what is this? It's confusing. Baby comes out, and at first when you come out, it's crazy and it's scary. Do you see what I'm saying? It's this transitional period. When you find yourself in a dark, lonely place, what if it's just that phase of growth? It's like when you bury a seed. It's almost like, because of the fact that the Scorpio full moon, that it was a particular moon that was called the flower moon, because of course springtime, right? And we're going into May flowers, spring showers bring May flowers. It's about this whole like bursting through the soil. They tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed. The sun is essential for all living things to grow, including you and me. Sun is pure joy and happiness. The sun comes out, it trumps everything. The sun will rise again. That's why my new bracelet's called Rise. You know, I was very inspired by the gorgeous poem of Maya Angelou. And still, I rise. No matter what happens, we keep rising. I just introduced the bracelet last night on my Instagram stories. It sold out 12 hours later. So, you know, it's currently sold out right now, and I will eventually, once I can secure, I need to secure more beads first. Possibly I could put it up later today, but I've got to secure more beads first. These are pre-orders. The bracelets will not be mailed out until at least the ending of May, ending of this month. The Four of Wands, 1111, the card of marriage or union. Here comes the sun. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. You remember that song? I love it. It's an old song, and I always think about it from one of my favorite freaking movies, Notting Hill. Remember when Hugh Grant's walking through the farmer's market through all 4 seasons? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Always gone every time she goes away. But then when the sun come back, he feels alive again. He feels happy. Maybe this is a person who, with this Ace of Wands, when they encounter you or they re-encounter you, this spark of inspiration, of creativity, of passion is ignited, and it is this undeniable feeling. You are the one. It's you, because you're the one that makes me feel alive. For some, it sparks this thing about awakening. Maybe when they first encountered you before, it sparked this awakening. Maybe you awakened. It's this awakening, because the sun is awakening, right? And it's also truth and illumination, right? What happens is, if there's any type of confusion, can't see, don't know, I'm not sure, sun comes out, totally clears everything up. Sun comes out, it trumps everything, right? It's I can see it now. There's no confusion. It's clear. It's right in front of my face. Absolutely phenomenal, gorgeous energy with this sun. Here comes the sun. Man, it was a really brutal full moon energy. 10 of Wands, see? The end. 10 is completion. 9 are endings. 10 is completion. It's done. This is no longer do you have to carry this burden of whatever it was. The end of the journey. She's done. The end of the journey. 10 of Cups, bottom of the deck. Happily ever after. Right? That energy of happily ever after. 10 of Wands. The journey is over for her. It's done. The hard work. All the hard work's done. You have here the Knight of Wands, and it's so funny, I felt that energy earlier. I felt like he had to go through all this stuff. So this could be a fire sign person, because fire is screaming here, or they have fire in their chart somehow. Somewhere, somehow. This would be a person, as you can see, this is him in his younger years. You can just see it. It's a younger shark. In his younger years, he may have been very different. Maybe he wasn't patient, or maybe he just wasn't wise, because he didn't go through all 4 seasons of his life. This is super symbolic. I remember, like, what, last year was it I was channeling? Could have been early part of this year, where I kept feeling this 4 seasons thing, like I had to go through the 4 seasons. And it was like, I was joking that, like, you know, a lot of us want to be married at hotels like that, you know, I mean, at least I do, I don't know about anybody else. I joke about that, I want to be married to the 4 seasons, but it was like, wait a second, something about this 4 seasons thing. And it also can be that it took a year for something to manifest or grow, right, with the 4 seasons. But it's also 4 seasons of our life, or the 4 different elements, if you will. Again, you have to be able to master the 4 elements for to become an empress or an emperor. And it's like, in his younger days, he may not have been this version of himself. Look at him now. He's fucking king. He's emperor. He's Kang Dang-a-lang. He is the boss. He is in charge. He is no longer hasty, and he's no longer all over the place. He's very grounded because he's got all 4 of the king's elements in him. The Hanged Man is... Look at that. The Hanged Man is caught. Hook, line, and sinker. They re-encounter you again. Guess what? Hooked. What does that mean? I mean, they are going to be... Can't let you go. Can't stop thinking about it. They're hooked. They're trapped. They're done. They're caught. Like, they're done. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh, look at her. This little news reporter over here. She's taking notes. She's a scribe. Knight of Pentacles is this offer that took forever to come. She's reporting live on the scene. She's she's reporting. Ah, shit. He's been caught. She's like, oh boy, it's finally happening. Seven of Pentacles, look at that. The seed that was planted, she's pregnant. They're expecting a baby. Birth of a whole new cycle. All the seeds you planted from past lives and this life, everything's coming to a head soon if you've done all the work, right? Some of you, for some of us, this is our last physical incarnation probably. And what we want to do is, well, it's not really what we want to do. It's what we've had to do, was go through all of the battles, all of the lessons, plant the seeds along the way. Sometimes seeds that we planted, it felt like, it was probably a dud. I planted this seed, made this wish, prayed, put out these intentions, and nothing ever happened. You forget about it, y'all. It feels like there's something that's coming that you forgot about. That you definitely planted a seed, or you prayed for, or you wished for something. And, you know, since not this past Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving before that, if I'm not mistaken, it could have been this Thanksgiving, the one that we just had. I remember during Thanksgiving time, I felt this energy of an old wish coming true. This feels like an old wish coming true. I almost feel like, too, for some of you in past lives, this didn't happen. You guys, your lives were cut short somehow. Maybe whoever was the female in that life died during childbirth. It's something about the pregnant woman here and it not panning out, or making it, or something. Something about that, and it's past life shit too. So that's kind of stuff's all got to be cleared out. That can also be why in this particular life there could have been this whole thing of being scared at first, because something in the souls sort of remember extreme loss. Wow, look at the devil. The devil is trapped. Yeah, restriction. Capricorn energy. But then you have the star, Aquarian energy. But there's that North Star we keep feeling. Finding our true north. She's calling out. She's activating something. It's a call. It's an activation. It's destiny. I feel like there's this perfectly orchestrated thing that's going to start happening. And it starts in little baby steps. But you'll know when it starts, because it's a sudden wealth energy of like shit just lining up for you. It's like you're going to be like, wow, this is it. Like we keep talking about it. We keep saying, oh, it's going to come. It's going to happen. It's going to... And it's kind of like, when it does happen, be prepared, because I feel like it's everything all at once. Holy shit, to a cup bottom of the deck. There you go. All right. Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. You guys are amazing. That way you never miss anything, right? And then also, please follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. And reminder, please, if you want to book a reading with me, do not just shoot me an email saying I want a reading. Make sure you check what I offer in the description box first, and then in the title of your email, put what it is you want. Now, I almost forgot about this dude right here that came out, the Tower. That's that energy, yeah, that we've been feeling these past few days with this Scorpio full moon. The Tower came and crashed and burned and created space for new things to be built, a solid foundation. And it also realigned some things, I feel, so that this Emperor energy, as well as whatever else, including all of this stuff, it created a way to get to you. It also can sometimes be a distraction, yeah, when there's like an earthquake and everybody's all, earthquake, and then there's something happening over here. It's like a magician. Look over here, look over here, look over here, and then they do something there. I don't know, man. I mean, the Tower energy was absolutely necessary for old structures that weren't working to come down, things to be blasted wide open, yes, so that things could be built much more stronger. But I also feel like it was a lot of realignment of things, and also chaos. Divine chaos. Should we get oracles? Maybe. It was total divine chaos. Some of you are finally understanding, wow, there is something better, huh? There is better, and look at what I've accomplished. Look at where we are, and it's about enjoying every second and every day. I'm trying to enjoy every second with my child because, you know, she's hopefully going to go to college in a few months. This stuff kind of pans out, right? I mean, if, of course, the pandemic, settles down, you have looked for a sign with the lightning bolt. Something about the lightning bolt has always struck me since like last year. Early part of last year with the lightning bolt. Look for a sign, and then you also have wait. That feels super duper personal for somebody here. Needs to hear that whatever that is. Some of you, your sign is not wait for doo-doo, not wait for crumbs. So, you know, it's not saying wait till he leaves his wife in 7 years. No, that's definitely not it. We never ever encourage fuckery. Oh shit balls, the locket. Someone who cherishes you. It's happiness, it's bliss. Someone feeling extreme tender emotions. They hold you close. Remember when I told you that once it's reignited or whatever, it's like he's caught. It's like, but then also he won't let you go. That's this energy of the locket. You're going to be his. Like, just not in a gross possessive way, but in a way of like, you're mine, and I'm going to hold you close, and I'm going to cherish you like I would cherish something that is super important to me. I'm going to take care of you. It's like if you have this necklace that you love, or a diamond ring that was passed on to you from somebody, something that's important to you, you take care of, you protect it, and you cherish it. That's this. Bottom of the deck is the fish. The koi fish represents good luck, but it also represents wealth and opulence. There's this whole thing about wealth. Rich. I'm a rich motherfucker. I don't know, man. Somebody here is going to have some money. I mean, you did have the sudden wealth. 777. Fish could also be somehow relevant to this person. Koi, maybe specifically. I don't know. It just depends. Something fish related to. Maybe they like to fish. Maybe they have a picture of a fish or a tattoo of a fish or something. I'm not sure. Take it as it resonates, okay? All right, you guys. I'll see you later. Love you.